Are you shopping for a lift chair but don't know where to start? Either for yourself or a loved one, and you just don't know exactly what kind of options you need to look at. In this video, we're going to go over some of the options and things to consider when buying a lift chair. My name is Jeff. I'm a product expert here at Med Mart, and I've been a registered nurse for 25 years. One of the first things we're going to always ask somebody is, how are you going to be using a lift chair? The main function of a lift chair is to help you get into and out of the chair from or to a sitting position. But many people use their lift chairs for a number of other reasons. Are you using it just to sit and watch TV? Do you want to recline and take naps throughout the day? Or some people even use these lift chairs to actually sleep in. So we want to find out, what is the reason you need the chair? Because then it helps us kind of size out and figure out the best chair for you. Speaking of sizing, one thing we have to consider is that every chair comes in multiple different sizes. Kind of as a general rule, up to 5'4" is considered a small, 5'4" to 5'10" would be a medium, 5'10" plus would be a large. If you're someone who's on the taller side, we do have the ability to have an extra tall. If you're on the shorter side, less than 5 foot, a few of the brands we carry are considered petite small, and they may be sized well for you. The next thing I like to explain to my customers is what are the chair options. The first one is called a two-position lift chair, which means it uses one motor, it's somewhat limited and basically just allows the chair to tilt back to a semi-reclined position, but it's perfect for someone who needs assistance just standing up. The next one is a three-position chair. The mechanism's a little more involved, it makes it a little more supportive, so you can tilt the chair back, sometimes to almost a sleeping type position, but the back of the chair and the leg rest will come up together, so you can't have independent controls. The next step up from that though, and you do increase your cost because now we have a second motor, is what's called infinity position. That means it gives me almost complete independent control of the back and the legs, allow me to find that perfect position. Many chairs have the ability to program those positions once you get them into that spot. So once you do find those great positions that work well for you, you're able to program that button and recall that later on. With the infinity position chairs, you get into a position called zero gravity, where you basically your legs are elevated, your knees are elevated, and your head's back, and a lot of the weight is taken off the major joints like the hips and the knees. You can also even lower your head even further to what's called Trendelenburg. And basically if you want to raise your legs up, that's another way to do that. Something else to consider with a 2 or 3 position chair versus infinity. Typically the more advanced the chair is, the more complex the hand control is. So I'll ask this person that's doing the shopping for somebody, if they are buying it for their mom or dad, is do they have the ability to work the remote? Sometimes if somebody admits there's too many buttons on the hand control, sometimes the simple solution is to go with the 3-position chair. It basically is really simple. The hand remote has an up and a down, and that's all it takes to operate that chair. One of the next questions when you're looking at lift chairs is, what kind of material do you want? Ultimately, the choice for fabric on a lift chair may come down to personal choice and style preference. But keep in mind there's some other things to consider depending on how you use the chair. Many chairs come with set fabrics that are available for quick ship. Obviously today's times is a little more difficult to predict that, but ideally we try to keep a few of the most popular colors in stock here at Med Mart, ready to ship from our warehouses. One other nice upgrade is the synthetic leather that's available in some of the chairs. That's a lot of times it's scratch resistant, it's easy to clean, it doesn't absorb heat the same way as some fabrics do. The last question about fabric is, unfortunately sometimes people admit that the person that's going to be using the chair has a problem with incontinence. So you do want to look at some specialty fabrics that most of the manufacturers make that make the chair pretty much as waterproof as they can. Just keep in mind that if you do order a custom fabric, it may take a longer lead time before that's sent to us. So there are a few other options to consider as well on some of the more advanced chairs. Whether they can be cup holders that are built in for keeping your drinks nearby you, cell phone chargers, USB chargers that are built into the hand controls, built-in heat, built-in massage. Some have adjustable headrests, lumbar support, and other options that make the chair a little more comfortable and customizable to you. So hopefully this helped you consider some of the options when choosing a lift chair. But if you do have questions, our product navigators here at Med Mart are standing by ready to help. Give them a call or just continue to browse our website here at medmart.com.